Sheridan Earth Day 2012, and we are here with my friend Gordon Rose and to talk about Project Healing Waters. Gordon, this really is a neat deal you're involved with.
Well, it is, Dave. This is my second year of running the project here in Sheridan. I founded it last year, and I work with patients up at the VA hospital where I use fly fishing and fly tying, everything related to that, to help them with their therapy. They're disabled vets up at the hospital. And this year I started with a rod building class. We just finished that, where they've built their own fly rods, and in about a week and a half we'll start fly tying classes and casting lessons. And then the rest of the summer, through October, we'll be going on fishing trips about once a week to local waters around here, and then a couple of guided trips up on the Bighorn River. And they just gobble it up. They love it. It gives them a break. I try to give them, I'm not a psychotherapist, I'm a fly fishing expert, and it gives them a break not only from their combat-related experiences that they're being treated for, but it gives them a break from their actual therapy at the hospital. And it's a well-deserved one, and one that I know they really like to participate in.
Well, this is fascinating. For reasons I've never really understood, fly fishing does have hugely therapeutic benefits. Has anybody ever studied it? What do the doctors say that explains that?
You know, I've actually got a couple books on that at home, and about how effective it has been studied, but I haven't really read them. I've been too busy actually working hands-on with it. But that is true. A lot of these guys it's a typical post-traumatic stress kind of thing that they're dealing with. And fly fishing is such it's got a big physical side to it, but a big mental side to it, and it's a way to just totally, more than any other sport, a way to totally immerse yourself in nature and mess nature up the least. You really don't leave any impact. We use barbless hooks, we do all catch and release fishing, and you could spend a day trying to figure out what insects are hatching or where the fish are lying, and whether you're catching any or not, you've completely forgotten anything else you might have been thinking about before you started fly fishing that day. Or you can immerse yourself in making, all kinds of technical casts that are fun to learn to do. So there's just a myriad of aspects to it that are just therapeutic.
So helping America's wounded warriors, I just can't imagine a higher calling.
I kind of fell into it. I've got a long background as a professional fly fisherman, but I plan on doing this. It's all volunteer on my part, but if I can afford to, I plan on doing it about the next 15 years because I almost think it's more rewarding to me than it is to them. Just to see them kind of come out of their shells. They always start every class with a new batch of guys. They kind of come walking in with their heads down, and within 2 or 3 classes, they're coming in and they're pushing and shoving and joking and slapping each other and giving me a hard time, and we're all laughing and giggling through the whole thing. And it just really brings them out of their shell, and it helps that transition from combat experiences to regular civilian life.
So people who want to know more, there's a website, an email address, phone number?
Right. There's a national website for the national office. I'm a local project, and I don't have a website built yet for the local one, but of course I'm in the phone book, or I can be reached at 673-0219 here in Sheridan. You can look at generally what the project is about online at www.healingwatersflyfishing.org.
I've got projecthealingwaters.org.
Okay, that's probably what it is. If you just Google Healing Waters, it'll take you right to it.
Okay. So, and you've had quite a few people come by to pick up information to learn more, and so you've been giving them something and getting something in return so that you knew how many people have been by, so you knew whether this Earth Day was a big success in terms of outreach. So show us what you've been doing and what you collected.
Well, and it's kind of funny with different people. I've been tying flies here. I've got really expensive genetically bred rooster necks here that are used in fly tying. They're made specially for their stiffness and their length. And they're really pretty feathers. Here's some wild wood duck feathers that I use on grasshopper flies. And for some of the boys that come by, I tie them a free fly and hand it out to them. And then more than that, I've just used a bunch of little paper clips, and I've been taking the bright feathers and making hair extensions for the girls. So that's going to be my next calling. I'm going to have to come up with a website where I'm also a fashion guy.
But so this big box of paper clips represents how many people have been by and have come away with a feather.
that box is, I bet I've handed out about 20 or 25 hair extensions today to different girls. And they've given me some pointers. I know how to put them together, but they say, well, put this color with this color with this color. And I'm like, oh, that would look pretty. So watch for me on the fashion channels as well.
Well, Gordon, thanks so much for taking your time, and thanks for being here at Earth Day in Sheridan, and thanks for your work with Project Healing Waters.
My pleasure. Thanks for stopping by.